Hey guys. So the last time I was on here was literally a week ago. It was a Monday and I was in the hospital talking about getting discharged. I did get discharged that day. I'm sorry it's been a week since I've updated. But I've been very distracted. So after I got discharged from the hospital, went home, did a few things, and headed to Tim's to spend the week with him before Indy Pride. So, packed up all my medicines and all my things that I would need for the week, like clothes and toiletries and stuff to keep myself entertained if I needed it, and made it to Tim's on Monday. So he was having another friend stay with him for the week. Her name's Bella. They've known each other for 6 years, and she's pretty cool. Got to finally meet her. He's talked about her quite a bit, and I got in touch with her, I don't know, maybe a week before she came to visit, so like 2 weeks ago. I like her. We've spent the whole week together, so I got to know her pretty well. More on that in a minute. But my first few days at Tim's were kind of rough because I was still pretty sick, and spent most of the night coughing for the first few nights I was there, so I wasn't getting a whole lot of sleep. So I was kind of irritable, but still was having, like, ultimately a good time despite being sick. I really enjoyed being able to spend that much time with Tim and also with Xander. And like I said, meeting Bella was cool. And I don't really want to go into details per se about everything that happened because that would take a really long time. Plus, like, chronologically, I don't remember exactly when everything happened. Just the important thing is that I had a good time. And I did eventually get some rest that I really needed. I'm still kind of sick, and it's a week out from being discharged. But I'll get better. Just takes a minute sometimes. So, like I said, Indianapolis Pride was Saturday. So that was fun. Got to be part of the parade with Tim's work. So that was cool. Got to wave at a bunch of people. And got some fun responses from the crowd. So I enjoy stuff like that. It was a hard day. I woke up that day in a lot of just physical pain. So I kind of had to push that aside. And I was really anxious most of the day. Not necessarily because of the crowd, but as much as because, like, we were late getting there, which that always throws me off, and I'm trying to work on that. But we were late getting there and had to backtrack on our way there because Tim had forgotten something at home. And, like, backtracking like that always makes me anxious because I'm like, oh, we're going to be late. And, like, I was trying not to show that that was making me anxious, and I really should have been more honest about that. But like I said, being that, like, uptight about punctuality is something I really need to work on. So I'm not really, like, I'm not upset that it happened. I'm more upset that that's still my response to being late. I'm not pleased that I'm that bothered by it. But we'll get there. So we get there eventually, and we weren't so late that we, like, missed the parade. So, like, I need to chill. So we got to ride in the back of a truck. Not the bed, but, like, the back of the cab. Because I had my oxygen tank. And we were concerned that I wasn't going to be able to walk that far. So we rode in the truck, which was cool. Um, and then we went to this like social event afterwards with Tim's work. And then we dropped Bella and the kids off at the festival. It might be important to mention that one of Xander's cousins came with us to Pride. So she was there too. Her name's Rose, I believe. So we dropped Bella, Xander, and Rose off at the festival. And then Tim and I went home because like he was overwhelmed by all the social interaction and I was just in a lot of pain. So we went home and just chilled for a while. I ended up not going to the Cystic Fibrosis walk because I had been planning on doing that this year, which was scheduled for Sunday. But I was so dead. I was like, I can't. I just can't. But I did get a chance to come home yesterday. I wasn't in a great place with my health yesterday, like my physical health. Hi, Prince. Hi, Prince. But, oh my goodness. I made it through. Jordan and I hung out for a little while. Okay, what is happening? I guess it was Prince's turn for attention. Sorry. That's disgusting. Oh, yuck. I hate dog slobber. Ugh, gross, Prince. Anyway, now that I'm disgusting. So Jordan and I hung out for a while. We went to Half Price Books. And I think I confused a gentleman who was there. I was dressed very boyish. And he looked at me. And there was like this obvious moment of attraction. And then he just looked confused. So I think he was like thinking, is that a boy or a girl because I'm attracted? And like if it's a boy, that's weird. And if it's a girl, like why is she dressed like that? But whatever. I like confusing people sometimes. So that was an interesting moment. Jordan bought me a book that I've been wanting. It's actually 3 books in one. So that's always nice. Then we went to get some food at On the Border, which is a Mexican place. It was pretty good. Their menu's kind of more pricey than I expected it to be. But like the burrito I got was massive. Like eating half of it was a challenge. So I got this massive burrito. And only ate about half, and that was overeating. And then I had ice cream later, which was just not a great idea. But I wanted it, so I had it anyway. Got a call from Tim, even though I had just seen him. I love that we do that. We, like, are sickeningly cute with each other. But it's something I really enjoy about our relationship, that we're that couple that, like, everybody's, like, sickened by because we're so sweet and lovey-dovey all the time. And I like being that couple, so I hope it lasts a really long time. Like a really long time. I was like kind of devastated to have to come home because so I was sitting in his room and shared this with him at the moment, but I was like, it just feels intrinsically wrong that I'm here and talking about going home. Like, that doesn't compute with me. Like, I feel like I'm already home, so I can't possibly be going home. Like, his house feels more like home to me now than our house does. Not because there's anything wrong with our house, like mine and Jordan's, but I don't know, it just feels more like I belong at Tim's with him and Xander. So, oh my gosh, I've been talking for 9.5 minutes. Sorry, I did not expect this video to take that long. I guess it makes sense though, because I'm like recapping an entire week. I need to be better at getting on this when I'm at Tim's, because I'm like too nervous to do my videos at Tim's right now. We're still in that stage where we like want to kind of just be doing things together when we're together instead of doing like separate things. Which isn't like a bad thing intrinsically, but I do feel like we need to work on separate time when we're together. Because if we do ever, well, it's not really enough. When we do move in with each other at some point, we can't just be up each other's butts all the time. It doesn't work that way. There needs to be separation for both of us, or we'll both lose our minds. So, yeah. Gotta work on that. But that's mostly me. Like, he tries to make me time for himself more than I do. So I need to work on that. He's good. But yeah, so I'm going to get off here and try to do something useful with my time. I need to call this place that Jordan and I are looking at possibly moving to and ask them a few questions. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to do that. And I will probably get back on at some point tomorrow. So until then, keep smiling.